dictionary. Here they come, yo. Here they come. Here they come, yo. Here they come. Here they come, yo. Here they come. Yo, who's a black sheep? What's a black sheep? Know not who I am when I come and see you sleep. Wasn't in my room, wasn't any fear. You know who I was, but listen here. Dress, yo, yes, I guess I can start. If it's alright with you, I'll rip these and join apart. Back middle to the front, don't front. Want a good time, gonna give you what you want. Can I hear a hey? Can I get a yo? You gotta hey. It's for the hoe. My style is creative, black sheep of the natives. Can't be violated or even decepticated. I got brothers in the jungle, cousins on the quest. Deaf retarded uncles in the parties where they rest. Yes, which way, what, when, how? Mr. Long Dress, Black Sheep Slam now. Louis for the others, ponies to the lovers. Then of course, the choice is yours. You can get with this, so you can get with that. You can get with this, so you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, but this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, so you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, but this is kind of fat. Hello, what up, what happening? Hey, just sorry it was a little longer, everyone. I'm just saying, because you can either get with this or you can get with that, and that's where it's at. So you'll understand the correlation of this later. Like, this actually ties into a theme, but also I'm glad he said that. So I was watching the last dance last night, and that sequence on the 92 season where Jordan, like, it's just, there you go. Blue lights. Got to keep the eyeballs. I'm about to say the balls. The eyeballs. Got to keep them good. All right. But as always, thank you everyone so much for tuning in. We are always blessed. I am. Well, you know what? I'm going to introduce someone else here first, because you can get with this or you can get with that. But this dude is not fat. But he's I wasn't gonna do that. I'd say no one, people these days don't say fat. I'm like, that's fat. Okay. It's like, well,
I'm fluffy in all the right places.
You're very full and healthy.
Yes, exactly.
That's what it is. Hey, but you know what? He's alive. He's going to give you 5 because guess what? That man can survive and he will roll with the laces because he is the spade of aces. And guess what? When you go and you're going to see him in this one place called outer space, and his name happens to be Space. There you go.
Thank you, ERok. Wonderful introduction and creative as always.
Not the first one. Not the first one.
Yeah, not the first one. Joining me, of course, as everyone should know him by now, is the charismatic enigma himself, the champion of them sports people, the king of the weirdos in the dark corners.
There you go.
The man, the myth, the legend himself, the spokesperson for the millions watching worldwide. I have the man, the myth, and legend, ERok.
If you smell what rockin' space is cooking. There you go. It's cooking.
We're gonna have to get you an actual microphone one of these.
I already have one ordered.
Okay.
I do. My brother is a sound engineer. Greg, the one you insulted last episode. He's a sound engineer, or he has experience as a sound engineer, and he won't let me use any of his that aren't used. He's like, no. I'm like, okay, damn, you're not collecting dust. Greg, I'm gonna be on. Greg, give me your mic. Give me your mics. All right, here you go. Now mics cost a lot of money. You'd be surprised.
Dude, they're so expensive.
They're like ridiculously expensive. Speakers and mics, man.
Yeah.
But
dude, I'm in the process of looking for a good one.
I just don't want a headset. That's my
thing. No. I'm gonna get one of like the ones with the arms that I can put on my desk. But it's probably gonna be a birthday thing for me, so I can.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough. I understand. No, it's a big investment, but we want to make this show as quality as we can. That's why
we want you to hear that crisp, that pure crispy sound, just like those French fries. Just the
oh God. Oh, yes, sir.
We want you to be able to hear the waves crashing in my background in Malibu, so you feel like you're at the beach.
I think I fainted for a second. No, I say, hey, this is why I take advice. Hey, anyone got criticism? Any publicity is good publicity because that means you're watching. That's why my door's closed and I got a banner up. Not this one, but this one. And I got the Tar Heels above my head. So,
exactly.
You gotta listen to the people, man. So thank you to everyone. And we are coming to you live. We are live. We may not be doing it live stream every time because I want to make sure that we are editing certain things like I was telling Space, cutting the trimmings like a steak, or like a steak or like a Thanksgiving turkey, and then you turn it into gravy.
Exactly.
We're gonna cut the metaphorical trimmings off, and we're gonna put them into gravy. Maybe like I don't know how, but I don't know how that metaphor is gonna go there.
I think the people get what you're saying.
No, it's not that, but I'm just wondering where my metaphoric gravy is going to be going. Okay, so it's going to outtakes, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess so. So we're gonna start off with, as we do usually, with the thing that is far in the distance. It would be, what is it, Erok? The word is escaping me right now. What is it? It's over there. It's far in the distance. The sun comes up from it.
The Earth is flat, so I don't know.
True. Okay. That's Erok. We don't want to get canceled now, do we?
The Earth is flat, bro. What are you talking about? I don't know. There's this big round orange thing. I don't know what it's called. What do you call that thing?
The sun, and it comes. Oh, that's right. It's ONSIDE the horizon.
There you go.
It's the segment we look forward to, and it's events we look forward to coming up, and what we are most excited about. But the sun can always burn you. So we're going to take a word from our sponsor today, and that's going to be Everyone Hand Lotion. Let me tell you guys, it's the best moisturizer out there. You can get it at your Whole Foods. You can get it on Amazon. Let me tell you, lavender and aloe really does your work, helps with sunburns, can help prevent them. But don't substitute it for sunscreen. Make sure you use your sunscreen. So, Erok, what do you have as your ONSIDE the Horizon take today?
For the record, I was not notified about this. This is funny. This was a total surprise for me, or else I would have brought a product. It's like brought to you by hangers or like by blankets. I don't know. I don't have a lot to grab onto over here by remote controls. No, like, oh geez, you just caught me so off guard. Was that a face? Now, what was the name of it again? Just for
everyone out there, it's the Everyone Nourishing Lotion. Particularly, they come in other flavors and other scents, but I love the lavender alloy. Just the best thing out there. Love the scent. Great job. Great for foot massages, back massages, anything your significant other or mom, because you should be rubbing your mom's feet. She's done a lot for people lately. So
I don't know about all that. I mean, I'll do a lot I'll go do like the laundry in the grocery shop. I ain't rubbing my mom's feet. Oh, hell no. That's just, I mean, I will if I have to, because I'm a mama's boy and I want her to be happy, but I'm really not trying to. Ew. I really don't like, no. All right. So I'm not against feet kind of thing, but the older you get, your feet get kind of gangly. All right. No offense. Love you, Mom. Hey, shout out to Adrian Livingood. I love you. You are the best mother in the world, and you take very good care of me. Your feet are great. I promise you.
She's going to come barging in and just be like,
she doesn't watch my show. She can't stand the way I talk. She loves me, but she can't stand the way I talk. All right. But here's my ONSIDE take. Or ONSIDE. ONSIDE the horizon. Here's my horizon. Is the fact that I'm just going to be simple. It's family. I got my brother stopping in, Matt Livingood, son of Livingood. He is brother of ERok. He is coming in this week, but he is dropping off his awesome puppy. Well, he's not a puppy anymore. He's a He's a boy. He's like a bulldog, but he's so cute. He's he's missing part of his jaw. Because when he was one of those called dog fighting rings. And this is like more of a serious note. Dog fighting rings where they have like, I want to call it a test dog, a dummy dog, or whatever you want to call it. He's missing part of his jaw. Point is, but he was rescued, and he is like the sweetest dog. And every time he comes in, it's like I'm a grandpappy, and he's kind of, even though I'm not, it's like he's my nephew that I just want to give a big hug to. And he's like, I love animals. Everyone knows that watches me. They know I love most animals. But it's but he's coming in, Mickey.
Mhm.
I call him Monty sometimes because he looks like he's a gangster. Like, oh, my name's Monty. Hi, how you doing? That's always true. He looks like this. Like, but when he comes
I
in,
get what you're saying.
no. Here's the even cutest part, and this is all my onside tickets. So shout out to Matt, shout out to his wife Annabelle, my sister-in-law, and Mickey. But here's what Mick does: is anyone notice how bulldogs? I've never seen this before. When they like get happy, they smile. Now I thought dogs smiling was like, like they're smiling, their mouth's closed, or they're no, like he comes in like this. Like I don't know, I can't do it justice. Like their lips go, and I didn't know what it was when I first saw him. Like, what's wrong with it? I mean, I'm cool with this, but he's smiling every time he comes in, man. Oh, warms my heart. So that's my onside the horizon. Oh,
Yeah, that's a good one. I think that's a very wholesome one. Mine is gonna be a little bit more sports related.
please.
But for those watching, it doesn't have to be. So Eric's onside the horizon was perfect. Great way great moment. For me, it has to be Game 3, Sacramento versus the Warriors in Oakland. Again, no Draymond Green, and we remember what started last time when they didn't have Draymond Green. So the 3-1 reverse sweep. So again, I don't think the Kings will necessarily sweep. I think the Warriors will at least win one. However, you do have to remember what are they now? 11. They're 11-33 or 32 on the road this season. So that's mine. Eric, take us away into our next segment. What is it called?
You did that on purpose. You did that on purpose.
No, there's a record of me saying it was going to be the best series of the
Oh,
first.
you knew going into today. You said you knew that was about to. Yeah. Oh, to be continued. Oh, to be continued. Oh man.
Mhm.
Oh man. All right. Okay.
I threw him off.
Yes, you did. That ball up top over our screen ain't gonna be the only thing dropping here. I'm gonna drop you over the screen. All right.
I bet.
All right. Well, even with you doing that, I am on side, but now I'm soured. I'm gonna be doing something. I'm gonna be doing this.
Such a shame.
I'm gonna be doing this. Let's play charades. Looking for this in between this. What is it?
It's the onside looking in, man.
Yeah, you got my enthusiasm down. Not happy about this. I'm not even from the.
I know. It's like you're being like you're from there.
I have been invested in this team. I mean, I'm a Steelers fan, but I've been a fan of them for a long time. I'm like a huge Steph Curry fan, but unlike Charlotte fans, with the same way they are with the Panthers,
right,
and the Hornets for that matter, I have stayed with them before the championship. I've been a fan of them for a long time, ever since he came out of Davidson. So that's for the record. The onside looking in for me is straight up. I'm just laughing. Sorry. It is Shohei Ohtani, and having an issue putting on his jacket this past weekend, because I did not know this was a real thing. Pitchers in the AL, the AL is allowed to have pitchers hit or DL, but I did not know this. But when they're actually in the rotation, when they go up to bat to the plate, they have to wear a jacket. I did not know this. That's a real thing. I looked at it, I saw it. And that's a real thing.
I'll have to look it up. I've never heard of
Well,
that.
please, I saw it today. Dan Graziano, who I love, by the way, ESPN. He's like covered baseball for years, and he said he's like, I can't explain it, because if he's not in the lineup for the pitch that night, does he have to wear it that night? Like, obviously not, because we've seen him do it. Like, what difference does that make to me? I don't know. But here's the funny part about it. Shohei said everything. He can do everything. He can hit. He can catch. He can pitch, especially hit and pitch. But he was sitting there, as we all have, with our jackets, and we're like trying to get that zipper part started. Like, son of a bitch. Like, can't I get this damn? You guys know, everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, definitely have had that feeling before. But Eric, for those just tuning in for the first time, can you tell them a little bit about what onside looking in is? Because I know,
that's a good point.
I know there's people out there who haven't seen us, which baffles me. But
that's fair enough. That's fair enough. To all you noobs out there, I love you, by the way. You're noobs, but now you're vets, so it's okay.
Exactly.
And onside looking in is, we spend so much time, because we are primarily, as you can see by the background and that background and that background, we are primarily a football and basketball show. So we like to allot a certain amount of time to any kind of sports, as my compadre over here is showing that he is wearing. He is rocking the apparel of, which I support. It's really cool. Unless he plays the Canes, then we won't support it. But we'll see. Yeah, that's what the segment is about. So I'm plugging a little bit of oh shoot. Speaking of plug, Matt, I totally forgot this. I did not plug. Shout out to BSP, BackSportsPage. It's actually in the comments for the Facebook livecast. But shout out to Randy. Thank you for calling me yesterday and giving me yesterday, right? And he gave me really good advice about this show and other things. But we are going to make this show as pristine as possible. Exactly. Although I can say stuff like, I'm not going to say it. There you go. All right. So that's my looking in at the moment. Then.
Okay. Well, also going off that, thank you, Randy, for giving us a platform. Thank you to all our editors. We really appreciate you. My onside looking in has to go to the huge fight this weekend with Ryan Garcia. I know it went viral that he was on like a live video with Kai and someone else, and he bet his whole purse, because he's an underdog in this fight, to win the fight outright. So not let it go to a decision, but either knock out or have his opponent TKO his opponent. And I think it's really interesting. I know I've seen some of Ryan Garcia's stuff. I mean, he went viral for literally putting Jake Paul in the hospital for during the body shot challenge, and he took one through. I forget if it was through the pad or not through the pad, but I think it was through the pad, and stuff. So, Eric, what's going on here?
I'm sending a text. I'm sending a selfie. Even though I know I'm sinning on my own part, but I'm sending a selfie to say, like, "What up? I'm on the podcast." Like, to someone.
Okay.
I'm sending it to Gigi. What up, Gigi?
But no, I mean, that was just insane. I know Garcia is a really good fighter, coming out of Canelo's camp and training with the same guys that Canelo Alvarez, who is and was one of the greatest boxers to ever box.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be really interesting. It should be a good fight. Personally, I'm never going to invest in pay-per-view boxing or MMA, just because of the fact of the last time I did, it was the McGregor-Aldo fight, and it was over in like 10 seconds. So, and the undercard that time wasn't, in my opinion, I didn't really was watching it for any of the undercard fights. So again, I don't want to waste money like that. So that is my onside the horizon. And now we're going to go into a new segment, which is another one of my brainchilds, but credit has to go to Eric for coming up with a phenomenal name. Eric, what is that segment called?
Hey, it's your baby, man. Why don't you do it? That's good.
No, I like you doing it because I like the back and forth.
All right, okay.
It takes two to tango, baby. You gotta be willing to.
Can't merengue with mono. Okay, so can't merengue with the uno mano, man. Okay, so it is out of respect and homage to our parent company, or we are not literally funded by BSP, but we are not possible. I guess it is kind of like a parent company. BackSportsPage is our baby, so we wanted to create a segment that would not only slow, like it would kind of decrease, it would compact the show a little bit more, make it a little bit more watchable in terms of time, and so we called it BSP, and that stands for Best Smaller Pieces. That's what it is, and that includes that. Obviously, this time of year, there's not a lot of action happening in certain areas of the NFL or the NBA. Well, this year, NBA obviously has a lot, but it changes. And we can obviously switch it up and figure something out. But we like to dedicate this to our parent company, so that made this possible for us to do this. So, on that note, I will let you take it away, my friend.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that.
Mr. Pasternak.
What?
Mr. Pasternak.
No, it's pasta you. No, so yeah, this week this time of year we kind of use this segment to cover our football news as basketball playoffs are in full swing. So, I mean, first off the bat, we are talking about the obvious elephant in the room, and that will be Jalen Hurts becoming the highest paid player in NFL history with an annual salary of $51 million per year. I just think it's, well deserved, but also just shows that, kids out there, you guys don't give up on your dreams. If you guys hit adversity, still keep working hard. His journey has been something of, a little bit of some luck, but also a lot of hard work and determination has gone into it. But also, shout out to his management team. I don't know if I know it's starting to get picked up more, and it was when he went to the Super Bowl, and it got talked about a lot during Super Bowl week. But he has an all-female management team, and I think that's really saying a lot as well. And actually showing that women can do something just as good as men. I know for a long time that it's been really kind of turned around. And if you look at like the track record, like GMs, certain NFL teams don't deal well with, they don't negotiate well. And I think it shows that women, again, can do just as well as men for, again, the highest paid contracts out there. So shout out to them. But again, I think, the contract's well deserved. It's 5 years, $225 million with 178 about million fully guaranteed. So again, average wise, it comes out, I think it's back heavy. So I think technically, like the next 2 years, it's not 51 million per year, but then afterwards it picks up some of the slack. But again, it also sets the market now, because again, Lamar still hasn't really gotten a contract for any, other than, of course, the Ravens franchise, the non-exclusive franchise tag. But you have two huge quarterbacks coming up. You have Joe Burrow, who's done equally, I think, is on the same level as Hurts is. Again, went to a Super Bowl. It's I think a very similar comparison. And then you have Justin Herbert, who I think who's a little bit older, but still extremely talented and deserves to get paid, and should be up there close to that same range. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see what those two guys are going to get. Because again, Herbert, the Chargers are in talks with him to get a contract extension done. Even though right now, I think the main thing on their minds, because Herbert still has a year left, is Eckler, because Eckler wants out. But Burrows is definitely going to get something along those lines, if not more. So, Eric, what do you think about the Hurts?
I disagree with two of the things. I'll get to that. I'll do a 3-prong approach and keep it brief. Not rush it, but keep it brief. The Hurts thing, I don't blame him. And first off, kudos to the women can do anything better. And not only is she a woman, she is a Black woman, and she is the only agent like representing a major client in the NFL, if not the only one. The only Black woman in the agent in the NFL. Either way, I'm great, and an all-woman team. Either way, so I love it. I love it. And he deserved this. I only don't like it for one big reason, and it's pretty obvious. But here's the other. This becomes more apparent when I mention Burrow and Herbert. They owe it to everyone else to do the same. To follow suit with Lamar, in my opinion, if they're trying to stand up for player acquisitions. Because here's why: 3 of these quarterbacks, those 3 quarterbacks, and Jalen was the same way. But Jalen is a different animal. I get it. No, okay, that came out right. He's a different kind of like player in terms of like different kind of person. He's just very. He was a 2nd-round pick, and no one would have predicted he was going to be here at this point. I am so happy for him, and I love Jalen Hurts. I do. But Joe Burrow, he is the oasis in the desert. He is the water for the Bengals. And Herbert, the exact same thing. If they want to all make a statement, just those 3 alone would create a metaphorical drought.
Yeah,
those teams. And then that really creates change is created by a unified front. Those 3, there is not going to be much more high demand on young quarterbacks than those 3. Oh, they are the shit. Okay. They are the shit. And they're the head honchos. So I mean, the Chargers, where are they going to be without him? The Bengals, holy crap, where are they going to be without Burrow? They were horrible before Burrow. In the 1 year, his rookie year, he was doing well and got hurt. And next year, they got to a Super Bowl. Yeah. So they got
close again this year.
They have all the negotiating power. So if they want to make a statement, and I wonder if Lamar Jackson is in contact with them. To maybe I don't see Lamar Jackson being like someone to ask or beg or anything like that. Absolutely not. That dude is a man of principle. I respect the absolute crap out of it. But he is in a good way. As if respect, but he is a man of principle, and I love it. But I wonder if he's been like in secret kind of contact with those 2, at least Burrow. Especially since they see each other twice a year. Maybe it's like, as if Burrow asked for a fully guaranteed contract, you don't think the Bengals are going to not offer that to him? Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, they're going to say what is it? If it's somewhat reasonable, then they're going to say, or even like reasonable for him. It's going to be an automatic yes. I can't.
It's going to be like. It's not going to be – I don't think even Lamar wants at this point. This is what I've been hearing, and I'm not like in the locker rooms, and I'm just listening to hearsay. It's just that Lamar is asking – he's not even asking for a fully guaranteed. Yeah. He wants a very high fully guaranteed, like a 210 kind of thing, maybe a 220. But he doesn't want it with the Ravens. That's his thing. But if they go exceed that, that's when because he feels insulted by them. From everyone I've been hearing on reports from NFL Network and ESPN, I don't know who to say. I don't know who to say is right, because he's kept this all on the QT, and good for him. People keep saying, "Oh, he needs an agent. This would help. This wouldn't happen if he had an agent." Oh shit! Yeah, right. The agent would have been leaking this to the news. He's this close to the vest, bro. He's like, no. And I don't blame him. And I don't think if he doesn't get a long-term deal, stop line is going to be May something. I can't remember at the top of my head. But once that happens, if they haven't gotten a long-term deal, then he either has to play on the franchise tag. And here's an even weirder part about this. I didn't know this was a thing. He can sign the franchise tag for $32 million, $32 million. And then he didn't have to play. He can just sit out. And guess what? They still got to pay him. And he's on the cap. So that's I don't see how this is not leverage for him. So
no, I think he had all the power is in his court at the moment. He's at the Ravens are his mercy, which is great for him.
Yeah, people don't agree because they say like, oh, he's gonna pass up $32 million. Like, if he's sitting on a $200 million like lottery ticket, you're damn right he's gonna sit on that. I would. Yeah. And it's not like he's not. I've said this before. It's not like he's not making money elsewhere. Not like he doesn't have endorsements from Under Armour. Doesn't have endorsements from Powerade. Doesn't have. Yeah, right. You're tripping. Like, get out of here. All right, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I had to say. But it's
no, you said but you said you had two. You didn't agree with me on two other things.
Oh, so no, it's just a matter of I kind of covered him. I just made it like mushed together. It was mainly about Burrow and Herbert. Herbert. Oh, this is okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. They're not focused on Eckler as much as Herbert. Here's the thing about quarterbacks, and this is just a fact. Because look at Lamar now. The longer you wait to sign a quarterback off of a rookie extension or just an extension, the more expensive they are going to become because the market is getting raised every single year. Dak Prescott, great example. Kirk Cousins. Well, he's kind of a weird example.
Yeah, he kind of set the standard for. He was the first NFL player with a fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah, but that was a weird. It's not the same. You're right. It's true, but it wasn't the same.
No, yeah, but it was weird. It was weird at the time.
But if they had signed Lamar last year, they would have saved so much. Or the year before Watson signed. Man, they would have saved themselves all this pain, all this stuff.
Well, also they probably would have saved close to. I'm thinking they would have saved probably upwards of 30, if not 50 million. Something like that.
Oh,
I mean, they would be behind closed doors, like laughing and be like, "This man just got kind of gypped out of all that money," and they have him under contract for.
Dude, that's why the fat cats are so pissed at the Haslam's right now. And you know what? I don't think I've ever been so proud of Cleveland in my life. This is great. I love it. This is incredible. I love watching these fat cats sweating their caviar and Cavassier out of their damn skin. Mm-hmm. Makes me happy.
Yep.
All right, but it's awesome. That's all I had. That was my other point. But I think Herbert. I don't know. We'll have to see. But those two are really. I don't think Lamar's gonna. I think there's a very good chance he doesn't play this season. I just don't think it depends.
I think it's no one's talking about it, but I think I think you're right. I think it's a very real possibility, and just no one wants to face the facts that is like, if at the current situation, the current news that we have, I see it as like between a 60 to 70% chance he doesn't play. And the closer we get to the draft, I think it keeps going up.
We'll know a lot more after the draft. We will know a lot more after the draft. If they have not drafted a mid-range to high-range quarterback, probably more high-range, we'll know about that stats. But people thinking that he's like, oh, he'd be out of his gourd to not accept the $32 million. Like, you've seen the way he plays, and you've seen what's happened and he played last year without that. You think he's going to risk getting hurt?
No,
for real. And you don't think someone else? Quarterbacks are the highest demand players in the league
right now. Yeah.
It's the quote. Well, no, it's the quote most important player. I wouldn't. Yeah. I say everyone is important, but quarterback's the general.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree with that.
But it's like, and you see how like Derek Carr got a mad contract. It wasn't like a massive contract, but it was a good contract. It was beefy.
Yeah,
It was Chef Boyardee beefy. So I'm not. No, I mean, if I'm him, I'm playing it out. You got money elsewhere.
exactly. I totally agree with you, Eric. Alrighty then, everyone. We are moving into.
Oh, that's right. Oh, snap. You know what it is?
Well, hold on. No, everyone thinks they know what it is. However, it's not. We are adding a new segment, something that can get everyone involved. So you at home watching, you can also comment what you would choose. But this is kind of our take on Would You Rather. Eric, would you like to introduce it?
I would, but I'm trying to do it better. Hey, stretch, bro, stretch. Just 1 second. This is a trial run for everyone, by the way. This is what.
Well, actually, that is a great pause because we have another word from one of our sponsors, and that is Beat headphones. Beat headphones you can get anywhere, Best Buy, online. Great sound quality. Great. These are the noise canceling Beat Pro 2s. Love them. Work out with them all the time. Go on walks with them. Really gives you immersive sound quality all around. Long battery life. Case also mobilely charges, so you do not have to keep these plugged in. You can go on the go, and if you use them and put them back in the case, they will be charged. So Beats,
On that note, I'm back.
Okay.
And I want to also put out a since we're doing product placement here. This is a notebook brought to you, but no, I'm playing. That's not
Staples.
No, hell no. I know this is gonna look weird, but UFOs.
Ooh.
Or no, I'm kidding. Actually, these are Hokas. I just want to mess with it. Oh, UFOs are really good, but Hokas. They're like literally walking on pillows. I would pick them up but I don't want to touch the screen after my little feet have been all over them. But I will do this. They are super comfortable. They are the best flip flops I've ever had on. They helped my back because I used to wear reefs. So shout out to UFOs. If you're not wearing UFOs, no wait, I keep saying UFOs are great too. UFOs and not wearing Hokas, man, you just suck us. That's terrible. This is why I'm not an advertiser. You're not wearing Hokas, then
You're totally okay.
You're not wearing Hokas. Go suck us. There you go. All right, there you go.
That's a good one. But Eric, what is our new segment? Would you like to introduce it?
I would love to introduce it. So this actually was another brainchild of my friend and compadre. So whether he says, "Well, I like to introduce," I would like him to introduce it. But
I can.
I'm the hype man. I know.
I'll take a shot at it this time.
I'll put this on. Is all right. You don't know the name. All right, I'll tell you what. Let me do this one just because I came up with the name earlier.
Yeah.
And I had the song. So
okay.
All right. After this, you roll with it if that's cool. All right. Okay. So this is called. See, he says fat. See, notice that was in like the early 90s, but damn. So there we go. It's called This or That. That's what it is. Now you take it over, my friend. All right.
This or that. So this is kind of our take on similar to Would You Rather. And the first one we are starting off with is would you rather be a backup quarterback in the NFL, or would you rather be a 6th or 7th man coming off the bench in the NBA?
Damn.
I know.
I actually forgotten. I'd forgotten the question. Now I'm just like, oh,
damn. I can go first, Eric. I kind of have my answer.
I know what I would say, but I'll let you decide either way. It's fine.
For me personally, I would want to go with the 6th or 7th man on an NBA team. And I say that because You're going to get your chance and looks. I mean, look at all these players who were bench players throughout the year that are lighting it up in the NBA playoffs right now. And everyone's going to say, oh, so you're in it for just the glory? No, I want it in the best way that possible to help my team succeed and the biggest moments out there. And I'm confident in myself I could get the job done. Now, don't get me wrong. Look at some backup quarterbacks in the league. You got Matt Castle, Brian Hoyer, Jacoby Brissett. And I know I'm only listing Patriots backups here, but seriously, I mean, they do great things. They come in and help when needed, but usually it's not unless the starter gets injured or whatnot. And I have that itch to play. So that's personally what I would go with. Eric, what about you? What are you choosing?
Dude, you are tripping. You are tripping. You know why you're tripping?
What?
Because you caught yourself, and you're absolutely right. I agree with you 100%. I agree. I just wanted to be theatrical. No, it's
you had me there for a second.
I wanted to be dramatic. And I know because I know my usual mannerisms. So I wanted to fuck with you a little bit. All right, so excuse me. I agree with you. Here's my I have a different rationale though. That's the only thing that's different. Actually, not all of it. I agree with like most of it, but the pay for one is better in the NBA. The risk to injury is less. Tell that to John Morant and
everyone else getting hurt.
Yeah, or KD or fractal glass Anthony Davis. But that's a take your chances with that and then getting hit as a quarterback by a freaking D end or linebacker. Yeah. And you're not getting paid duty. Oh my God. No. Although I will say, would I prefer to be on the NFL sideline? Yes, just because I love football that much. Football is my favorite to watch. Basketball is my favorite to play. Basketball is also second for me to want to watch. But I want to play. So a 6-man, I mean, I get to hear the squeaks of the shoes. I get to hear the swoosh that y'all don't realize. I'm talking about y'all, not just you. Like y'all, anyone out there, well, everyone that watches this, this is how much I love sports. It's the sound, it's the smell of the sneakers, the sound of the floor, the sound of the ball hitting the court, swish, etc. That's what I love about NBA games. They have a microphone in the hoop where you're like, and it sounds, and that doesn't do it justice. Like swish, whatever. That's still, it doesn't do it justice. But yeah, plus you're getting paid more. And it's just like, and you're not risking your whole career at any play. If I'm a backup, there's a reason, most likely, that I'm put in the game. There's a reason I'm about to get absolutely murked by some. Like if I see an Aaron Donald coming at me, I am going to literally pee my pants. I'm like, oh my God, okay, I quit. What up there? Take the ball, quick. You know how hard? No one understands how hard. It's like a locomotive running through you.
It really is.
Like if you've gotten hit as a quarterback, hell, I'm a receiver and I've gotten hit at full speed. I didn't get up for a while, and that wasn't an NFL player. Holy, if that was Tyrann Matthew.
Oh, dude. Or Cam Chancellor back in the day.
Oh my God.
Dude, Cam Chancellor back in the day. God, I'm not.
Oh my God, yes. Remember he jumped over the Panthers on the kick game on that game in the playoffs. He jumped over the offense.
Yeah, the O-line.
He didn't even use anyone to jump over. He straight jumped over.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
It's
good that we have a consensus on the first.
We're agreed on this.
Not entertaining for the viewers, but I think we'll get to that. So my second one, and Eric will have a third. My second one is, how do I want to word this?
You want me to go first?
No. I have it. It's just I want to figure out how to word this because I know where you're going to stand on it, and I feel like I know. Are you going to choose Alabama or Clemson?
Oh, that's not fair. This is like Sophie's choice.
I didn't want you to. Dude, it's obvious that you're going to, if I chose like Bama UNC, obviously you're going to choose.
You didn't have to go that far. Oh,
I thought it was a good one. Now we're talking. You can have reasons for sports, but
which sport? Which sport? Are we like?
For me, I want to say football. I want to stick with football.
Does each one have to be football? Because
I guess not. No, it doesn't have to be.
I stopped watching football then.
What?
And I stopped watching football. No, I will never choose either of those teams.
Okay, then you can choose basketball or something else.
I will watch.
You can choose party atmosphere.
I will watch party.
Party. I'm going to Alabama. I'm sorry. I have a friend who went to Alabama for like 2 years. The stories he's told me about Alabama parties, man.
I'm not putting myself in that position. What I am going to say is, I will choose basketball because if it came to football, I'll move to Amish country. But if I had to choose basketball, I'd go with Alabama. I'll never choose Clemson in any. I live in Charlotte, or still live, but commute back and forth. Point is, I'm a native of Charlotte. Oh my God, I will never choose Clemson. Not a chance. But I do not like Alabama. I cheer for Auburn every single time. No. But at least Alabama's basketball team. Well, okay, this year. Holy crap, this year. That's a little.
They laid a goose egg there. Let me tell you.
Okay, time out. That's a little tricky after what happened this year. But okay, usually
they're decent.
No, it's not decent. They were good this year. It's just like the off the court kind of thing.
We were not bringing that up. This one's tough, and I realized I didn't mean to say Clemson. I meant to say Georgia. But
Georgia. Then I'm going Georgia every single time. Yeah. In basketball, football, lacrosse, anything.
See, for me, I'm all about like learning about something, and Kirby Smart's great. Don't get me wrong. And Georgia's like, I feel like the new powerhouse in football. Yeah. But I'm a great admirer of Belichick. I have to go. I have to go with Nick Saban in Alabama. I have to, even though if I was to go there, I probably wouldn't play and end up transferring to like Georgia after a year. But I just learning a year. It's just the knowledge for me. That's the only thing. For me, it's the knowledge and gaining that coaching from Nick Saban, who's arguably is a top 5, if not one of the greatest college.
He's probably the best in NFL.
Yeah. See, for me, it's that reason. It's not because of that. For me, that's why I choose Bama.
Here's the thing: you gave me, like I said, it's like Sophie's choice. You gave me two teams.
Well, again, I'm trying to make it interesting. I don't need to say UNC or Arizona. Well, I know who you're going to choose.
Well, don't pick UNC. Pick like California and Washington or something. I don't know. But I hate both these teams.
Okay. I know, but it was our first take at this, and I want it to be big. I want it to go bigger.
Oh, if you did first take on this, I'd say I'll quit watching football. I'll quit watching college football. That's it. If that came down to it, I'll be like, nope, NFL. I'm good. That's it. But if I had to choose, if you were going to say Georgia, oh hell no, give me Georgia any day of the week, any day. But Nick Saban, for the record, it's the same thing I said about Belichick. Belichick, the GM, is ass.
Oh yeah.
Belichick, the coach, is awesome. Saban is an ass. He is an ass. And he's arrogant and he's a piece of something, but he's a great coach.
Exactly.
But I love seeing him suffer with the NIL and transfer pool right now. It makes me so happy. But on that note, before we transfer off, I saw an interview on First Take today with Bryce Young. And I said it last time. I'm falling in love with this kid, man. This kid, especially since his favorite rapper was J. Cole. I was like, oh, okay. He did that on purpose. He knew he was going. He knows that Charlotte's gonna. He knows Charlotte. I said Charlotte. He knows that Carolina's gonna draft him. But at the same time, the more I watch this kid's game, dude, he's got it, man. And I love CJ Stroud. But at this point, I think we kick ourselves if we didn't draft him. I mean,
I don't disagree, man. I don't. It's a real toss up. I know ESPN came out the NFL's ESPN section came out with like percentages on like busts, and CJ Stroud was Bryce Young was at like 33%, and
Yeah.
CJ Stroud was just. And I'm like, how are you calling it? Like again, it's not. You can't do it after you haven't even seen them play in the NFL. Now after like a year or two, saying like, oh, this was clearly a bust or whatnot, makes more sense. But I don't understand the fact. I know we're getting a little bit off topic here.
No. We have to move on after this. But what I will say, and I'm going to take precedence on this one because behind me,
Yeah.
but
Fair enough.
But
GM Eric over here.
But I will say, and everyone knows who watches this, and Jake, or I'll say specifically Space over here, he knows that I was all huge on CJ Stroud.
Yes.
Just hearing, they're both great. Again, they're both incredibly gifted. And I don't think you can go wrong with either. But it's just one of those situations where if you don't draft someone, he even said it, and other people said, he said, I've been smaller than people thought I was going to be my whole career. And this is where I'm at. And I'm like, he just knows how to take care of himself then, or protect himself, not just take care of himself, but protect himself. And if you get some NFL trainers, he'll bulk up a little bit, not too much because you don't want to mess up yourself, but just don't be like Tua. I mean, that's all I'm saying. And I don't mind Tua. I'm just saying Tua gets whipped around like a rag doll. But
he really does.
That's my mic drop on that. But Bryce Young, I mean, I won't be mad at either, but I think we're gonna. I hate to say it, man. We miss out on him. I think we're gonna be. He ain't gonna be Pat Mahomes because there is no other Pat Mahomes. That dude is magic. But because I hate when people keep comparing Bryce Young to Pat Mahomes. Like, okay, let's slow our roll a little bit here. Pat Mahomes is a generational talent. It's like Michael Jordan, for God's sakes, or LeBron James.
I think very.
No, please.
Very interesting.
Final word, as they say.
Final word. Very interesting. I don't think you're necessarily wrong, but I still think it's too early to tell on that.
Just talent-wise.
No, okay. Talent-wise, absolutely.
Potential. It's like when LeBron James. Excuse me. God, sorry. Allergies are getting my post-nasal. Excuse me. Hey, North Carolina is 83 degrees, and it's late, and the pollen is just
right.
All right, but yeah, I agree. No, it's too early, but he would be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Today, if he retired today.
I agree with that. And Eric, I hate to cut you off, but I think we need to move on here. Breaking news from ESPN: Giannis has been ruled out for Game 2.
Okay.
And I mean, it's really a shame. I mean, I hope it's all right if we just jump into
good pivot. No, it was actually next on the list. Like, good pivot.
Yeah. But we've had some big names that are out for these Game 2s and 3s. Tyler Hero out for the 6 weeks with a broken hand. Jaws out with is it a wrist or a hand? Isn't it a hand injury? But it seems like it's also
wrist and hand.
Okay, wrist and hand, and now Giannis being out with
metacarpal, metacarpal and just ligament right here.
Right.
Yeah.
And now Giannis out with a back injury. It's really brutal to see. I mean, I still hope there's entertaining basketball to be had. But again, we never want to see anyone hurt. One thing that's really surprised me with these NBA playoffs has to be the series with the Clippers and the Suns. What? Oh, no. I'm not going to bring that up. I've already brought it
up. I'm about to go.
I know. Eric's hinting at a series that starts with the...
Don't
Clippers and the Suns. I think it's really interesting to see how aggressive the Clippers are with their defense on KD, but it's working. They're switching between Kawhi and Russ, and both of them are. I mean, they couldn't contain him in game 2, but also Devin Booker just stepped up and was on another thing in the second half. But it's really interesting to see they're kind of going, excuse my French, but they're going balls to the wall and just saying, try to beat us anywhere else.
Yeah, excuses balls to the wall. I mean, it's French. Excuse me. His French of balls of walls. There you go. Sorry.
But and so let me pose this question to you: do you think if the Clippers sustain this pressure and can manage Chris Paul and Booker, that they actually have a chance in the series, or do you think that KD is just gonna be KD like he was in that Nets Bucks series a couple years ago when the Bucks won it all, or before they won it all?
I'd say neither. Because that's a very good question, by the way. Very well put. I respect that. I would say neither, because the thing right now is KD in the first game, 0 shots in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. When they were close. Last game took a little bit more, but that was also predicated on the Clippers. They just weren't dropping. I mean, and also I think they stopped being as aggressive. I can't remember the exact stat, but they don't have Paul George right now. That's the other thing, but that's not going to change. So that's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. But excuse me, Devin Booker's soft. He's soft as Toll House cookies, man. I swear to God. I mean, it's like you saw what he did. Like, he always looks for the call. I've said this about him for years now. I don't care if there are sons people say it. I'm saying it. He's soft as Toll House, man. It's ridiculous. KD, I don't know. KD is not as aggressive as he usually is. And he is the best. Someone said the other day, said Klay Thompson's top 3 shooter of all time. I'm like, ooh, it's Steph. I was like, timeout. It's Steph, KD, and then someone I wouldn't put. It's like I wouldn't put. Let's just chill out. Larry Bird might, but yes, that's not the point. Point is, they're not moving the ball. They're also standing around.
Yeah.
The Suns. They're standing around the perimeter, and KD is like, it's not taking initiative, which is so unlike him. I love KD, by the way. I do. He's one of my favorite players ever. Like, not just in the league, all time. I love KD.
No, I agree.
He needs to be more aggressive. Get that mean streak in that dude. I mean, damn. Yeah.
No, I agree with you. It's very weird to see how their offense, watching the game last night, it was like you saw urgency at some points, but there was a sequence there in the second quarter where it was like they were down and then just turned it up a notch. But they didn't.
And the fourth.
No, that's what I'm saying. In the fourth, but it was missing during certain stretches, and it's like
Excuse me.
it was just surprising to see it just completely disappear.
No, it's just incredible. Like, because not just that. Excuse me. What I was gonna finish by saying is that he I'm sorry, I'm just what KD also has been doing is you see him on the slow-mos like saying like, oh, okay, like he's across the floor and he looks at Dev and he's like, come on, you take up the floor.
Right.
And it's like, but I also put this a lot on Monty Williams, because his game plan was ass when it came to defense. For defense. Or no, not defense, vice versa. Offense. When it came to offense, they weren't penetrating. They weren't doing and no one's moving. When it comes to them, you gotta move. And that's just anyone in the NBA. Sometimes people are just too dependent on just sitting there.
Yeah.
I think that is just lazy.
I think
sloppy.
And to praise Steph on this, I think Steph is the first one to get good recognition. He's always moving. He's always trying to get open. Same thing with Clay. Clay's starting to.
Him, Westbrook.
Yep.
Westbrook, Terry Rozier, same thing. It's what I say, they have a battery pack on them. They never stop moving. It's incredible.
They might stop for a second, but it's to do a move or to wait for a screen. And it's not just standing there for the entire possession being like, all right, this is going to be iso ball or whatever. Which I think is really, really good. And they need more players, more younger players need to start doing it. Like Austin Reeves is starting to do it, which I think is why they're being successful with the Lakers.
De'Aaron Fox does it.
I was getting to it. I was gonna say De'Aaron Fox next.
Ooh.
But also that's a good transition. I know we're gonna talk about a series that Eric's trying to talk about. But first we have some exciting news. So Mike Brown was announced as the head coach of the year, the NBA coach of the year. However, the voting just came out. He's the first ever unanimous NBA coach of the year.
Well, it should be.
No, I agree. I'm just saying it's officially confirmed now.
Well, I mean, I don't think there was ever a question. Like, he was going to win it no matter what. I mean, he took a team. He took a team that was second to last year in terms of record or something like that, and he made him a 3 seed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Mike Brown's a monster. Hell, he's the reason that they're egging on. I'm not going to go there yet. Never mind.
Okay, but I think it's really so. I honestly thought the Kings were going to be able to hold their own, but I am completely surprised at what they've been able to do in the first 2 games.
They're very impressive.
Which is again very impressive.
It is.
But again, I thought they'd win one, maybe the first one, because again they just have so much momentum, and then you would have the Warriors come back and just kind of put the dagger in them and just be like, okay, we gave you guys game 1. But they're holding their own, which I think I thought they would do, but they're holding it better than I thought they would. But again, you have to go back to Oakland and San Fran and play in the arena, and that's a different animal. That crowd is going to be relentless. Everyone who's out there, I mean, there's a viral video out right now of a Kings fan sitting behind the owner for the Warriors and has one of those bells and just like this close, like I'm talking about like probably like this close away from the dude's head, and he's just like at the back of it, and their owner is unfazed. But I mean, you should be when you have Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson on your team. But again, it's just really surprising to me. I know we did our picks at the beginning, and I had the Kings in, I believe, 6 or 7. But it's just surprising how a little bit one-sided it's been at certain points during these first 2 games. Eric, I'll turn it over to you to kind of give your thoughts on it. And those are Eric's thoughts, everyone. So we're gonna move on.
Everyone's being very his face is being very coy and passive about what my thoughts on this are. I haven't told him yet. I want him to be surprised. This is the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever seen in a long time. I swear to fucking God that. Okay, let's be real about this. Let's just go on a rant here. I'm going to go on a rant. I'm cool with it. Okay. They based it on today in their explanation. First off, it was from Joe Dumars, who I love Joe Dumars, but he was part of the Bad Boy Pistons, and he has the gall. I know it wasn't just his decision, but he has the gall to say that there was a history of violence. I'm like, F that, bro. Fuck that. That is nonsense. Hell no. Okay, second off, let's be real about this as well. Draymond has been getting goated every single game. He has had Monk grab onto him like on the ground, which is super dangerous. He's had, and former Hornet, so and secondly, he's had Sabonis grabbing people, not just grabbing them, sweeping them, and then sitting on them and elbowing in the ribs. So they've been doing all this. And this goes on, it goes on, and they have the balls, the gall to literally say, you know what? If you're going to suspend Draymond, suspend Sabonis. Suspend him. He has been messing with him. And no, hold up yet. He's been goading him every freaking game of the series. Only person that hasn't, I can't actually put a finger to, is two people, Harrison Barnes and De'Aaron Fox. They have been playing their game. And I love Mike Brown, but I know that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to goat their asses in, or he's trying to goat him specifically. So they know they're sensitive. He knows they're going to react. I am not mad at Draymond at all. And the fact he was suspended, he should have served his sentence by being ejected. That's my thought. That's it. Boom. You suck, NBA. There.
So actually, interesting take on my part. I don't disagree with you. I think if you're gonna eject and suspend Draymond, Sabonis deserves equal right. I think the whole thing again. Okay, he was protecting himself, but you're not protecting him. No, no. That's my point. He wasn't. His hands were. He has long arms.
He grabbed him when he was trying to move off before
exactly.
He grabbed for his leg.
Exactly.
The dude
exactly.
is, and then he says
my
like,
point.
"Oh my
Eric,
god,
Eric, that's my
he's
point.
a soccer player.
It's,
Look at
if
soccer
his,
player.
Again, if he had one hand that was like across his chest and like one hand like this, Eric, like this, it's a different story. But his arms are extended, and that's not a small man. He's not like Muggsy Bogues. He's a large man. But again, there was clear intention there. Both I feel like should have been ejected. Now, was Draymond stomping on his chest a good thing?
No.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No. Yeah, I don't feel like that was the proper response. Now, again, heat of the moment. Again, poor decision making on both players. I'm glad both are all right. I'm glad Draymond didn't hurt his ankle, and I'm glad. I know Sabonis, his X-rays were negative, and it's a bruised sternum or something.
Oh my god!
And he was definitely overreacting. Again, it probably hurt for like a minute, but like the way he reacted and was staying on the ground, I'm again glad he's all right. Poor decision, and poor whatever on both parts. But again, set the standard that's clearly not protecting yourself because it wasn't.
Here's another thing I'm going to roll with too. And you're right. Everything you said is correct. I'm just taking it a step further because I don't give a rat's ass. I'm going to take it a step further. I love the fact that, and I'm a Carolina fan. You can see it up there. JJ Redick has actually become one of my favorite basketball analysts. I really do. He tells it how it is, and he's very analytical. He's very clear, succinct. I guess that's kind of redundant, but all right. So, I know. So, here's what I'm saying. He was saying like, I've never complained to the refs. I don't think I like how you said as an analyst in my life. I'm like, you definitely complained at Duke, but but he was right. I mean, he's like, I hate it. The fact that there has been such a lopsided affair from the refereeing in this series. And I'm not just saying this as a Golden State supporter. I'm not going to say I'm a Golden State fan. I mean, I love Steph Curry.
I'm okay with it. If they're going to start calling everything.
Side.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
if they haven't been doing it. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. That you expect a little bit of calls to go your way with the home court advantage, but the amount of calls the Kings are getting is so unfair. I mean, the only the way they make up for it is if now in the two games in the Warriors, if they go all in the Warriors' favors. If that's the standard you want to set, I don't agree with it. I think it should be called both ways. But okay, I understand what you're setting is the home team, the home court is going to get the majority of the calls.
This went beyond that, though. And I agree. There is always going to be some, not always, but a lot of times going to be a bias on the home floor. I get that, and I understand that. I don't like it all the time because if I'm not cheering for them, I'm going to be pissed. But this is ridiculous. They are deliberately and I know, and this is another thing. This pisses me off about Mike Brown too. I know that strategy. That's what it's doing. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I think it's not. But again,
it reminds me of the Bad Boy Pistons back in the day. They were clubbing. I mean, it's not the same degree, but they were clubbing the Bulls.
They're trying. It's kind of this. I hate to say it, but it's exactly like the Boston fans did in instigating Draymond last year in the finals. I mean, it worked to an extent, but I don't think it's the right thing to do. It's not the right tactic. I mean, again, I think De'Aaron Fox and Harrison Barnes are doing what should be done and just playing their game.
All right. On that note, I will switch to a less bitchy tone, less prickly tone, and I will say about what the series needs to come to, because obviously it has happened.
Yep.
It's unfair and it's bullshit, but it happened. So screw you, NBA. That was Joe Dumars. Shame on you. Where's all the bad boy? I don't care if you had people under you. I'm done. I'm done. All right. In terms of basketball, the Warriors need to cut down the most of anything is the turnovers. Their turnovers.
Yeah.
They are turning the ball over way too much. And they were shutting the Kings down very, very well through a quarter and a half, if not more. Once they started giving them fast break points, that rejuvenated that young offense. De'Aaron Fox is a monster.
Yes.
I know he's fast too. He's fast, and also he has great court awareness. And Harrison Barnes isn't a scrub. He's from North Carolina, or not from, but he played in North Carolina. He didn't play like that, and it was funny. Barnes played at North Carolina, and Monk played at Charlotte, which is in North Carolina. Neither played up to their potential in either place, and somehow all of a sudden they're just deciding to be good. I'm attributing that to Mike Brown, but I'm also pissed at Mike Brown at the same time. So, it's just the Kings are playing their game. They're playing. They're trying to play it on their terms, and they're succeeding. I think what the Warriors need to do for real is slow, and then this is not their style. Slow the game down midcourt, half-court offense. Slow the game down, because when you start doing rotations or pick and rolls, back screens, etc., and you start doing it, you know each other. You know Gary Payton. You know Clay and Steph. You ain't gonna have You ain't gonna have Draymond Green this game, but you will next game. You're gonna guarantee to play another game, but you want to hook this one. But they played the 7th best defense at home in the league.
Yep.
They play the 27th, if I'm not mistaken, best defense when they're away. So you got to step up to that.
No, you're not wrong.
Jordan Poole is ishing the bed right now.
Yep.
He is playing like ass, and it's bad.
To kind of wrap things up with basketball, I think we can kind of agree the rest of the series are going. Celtics are handling the Hawks. The Nets and Knicks are going back and forth like we thought they would, trading games. Also, the kind of the development with the Heat and the Cavaliers. I mean, it's a good series, but I think with Tyler Hero being out and Jimmy Butler can kind of go, it's kind of going to go the way everyone expects it to go. It's kind of over.
That series is finito. No.
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't mean that the Heat, but Butler's just going to kind of take over.
Oh, no. Butler's the only person that they can actually count on within the series, and he is a monster in playoff time.
Yeah, exactly.
In general, but good.
Which I think can get them past round 1, but it won't get them much further than that. So we're going to transition to our last 2 segments. This first one is going to be everyone loves and everyone enjoys. It's
All right. 1 second.
Do you even college, bro?
Oh, I college, bro.
Of course you college, Eric. Even though you didn't go with one.
If I finish, if I do well, that's a whole different story.
That's true. So this segment is where we ask each other. Eric asks me about football. I ask him about basketball. This is where we try to guess not guess. We try to get right what college these players went to. Today,
What are we doing today?
Today, I'm going to start off.
I love
Eric, my first one to you is Bill Walton. Where did Mr. Bill Walton?
We're not doing hockey? Oh man. No, I'm playing with you. He went to UCLA.
Yes, that is right. I would have also accepted Stanford. Apparently he did go to Stanford.
I did not know that. That I would have gotten me. I know he went to UCLA.
The law school. But yes, he did play for UCLA.
He played under John Wooden in the dynasty of all that time.
Yep. My other one is Isaiah Thomas, and this is Mr. Fourth Quarter Isaiah Thomas, the one everyone loves and not the one that has a feud with MJ.
Not that one. Oh, so the other. You've said this. You've asked me this before.
No, I asked you Isaiah Thomas. I asked you the one that does the Pistons one. I'm talking about
No,
Celtics.
you asked the opposite. You asked the opposite.
No, I'm pretty sure I don't.
No, I know 100% you did, but that's okay. You know, the sad thing is, I'm still not gonna be able to get it right. So that's I'm gonna guess this. It's Florida State, right?
No, it is the University of Washington.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. The other ones, see, you didn't ask that. You said the other one would be too easy, but that's Indiana. But all right, you got it.
Last one is a fan favorite of the former Charlotte Hornets, Mr. Gerald Wallace.
Ooh, that is a good one. Holy shit! I don't even know if I've ever looked up where he went to school. my phone's over there, by the way, so I have no. Holy crap! You might have stumped me on you have stumped me on this one. I'll take a guess, but I didn't even know Gerald Wallace existed because the Bobcats were just that until I started actually watching them. But he was a beast. Whoa! I don't know. Well, 1,000 million schools in America. Might as well take a guess. That's all good.
Somewhere in the South.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me anything else. It's fine. I don't know. I'll go with. It's the first thing that's coming to my mind, but I don't know if it's right. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not. I was going for something very, very. Actually, I am going to change my mind. I'm going to say Ole Miss.
Ooh, that's actually a really, really good guess. It was Alabama, though.
Mississippi State. Alabama. Oh, okay.
You were close. I say that's for not knowing. I feel like that.
I did not know you went to Alabama.
Yeah.
I did not know.
So, Eric, who do you got for me today?
That was good. That was a really good question. I applaud you for that. That was a very good question. Wow. Yes, sir. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Well, I'll start you off softer the same way I'll give you the same consideration.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Draymond Green.
Michigan State.
There you go.
Love that. Love the video of him trying to play football.
Wait, what's their mascot? Oh, this doesn't count. I'm just asking.
A Spartan?
Yeah, Mount Tabor Spartans. That's my high school. Go Spartans. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I just had to say it. All right.
Fair enough.
Roy Hibbert.
Oh, this one. Oh. No, it's getting me confused because all I see is him in a Pacers uniform, and it's really messing with me.
Yeah,
I know that's not his college.
But... Stiff, known as Roy Hibbert.
I'm going to.
Yeah, by the way, briefly a Bobcat or a Hornet. One of the. It was so ugly to watch.
I have to go with somewhere black or yellow, but I know it's not right.
Hey, that's racist.
What?
So that's racist.
Well, no, it's just the Pacers.
I'm messing with you, bro.
Who's not the no.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Who's the no? It's I forget the name of it, but is it Georgia? Not. I want to. What's the? I have the logo. It's like a B that's black and yellow, but it's Georgia something.
Speed this up here. See that?
Georgia. I'm gonna go with Georgia Tech.
No.
Okay.
Although you did start with the same letter.
Oh, what was it? Georgetown?
Yep.
Are you kidding me? It was Georgetown.
You know who his teammate was?
No.
Jeff Green. I watched that series.
Of course.
Yeah, they beat Carolina. I was pissed.
All right, what's my last one?
I'm texting someone. You back here. I'm telling you, we're on good pace. We're on good pace. All right, see now everyone knows the secret of what I just said. We're on good pace. I ain't sweating. All right. Okay. Now, this is it. The massive question. What about? Actually, I don't know if I've said this or not. Well, I'll do it anyway. It's fine. Oh shit! I can't say that. I've given that to you. I'm so sorry. Let me get the other one. I have a backup. Sorry, I did not realize I'd given that to you. I apologize, everyone. All right, ready? Paul Pierce.
Oh, I should know this. This one is easy for me. Oh, what was it? I remember seeing the series. Oh, I want to say it's either American, Arizona, or Kansas because I picture him in blue.
Wait. American. Wow, that's a really wide range of things.
I know, but those are the only three that like when I think blue and red and white because I know he played at a school that was blue, red, and white. It was just
a very interesting way your mind works. It's the same.
I know. I'm a very visual person. Okay.
Me too. No, I am too. It's so good. I feel like we're like simpatico on that.
I feel like it's not American because it's too small a school, and I feel like it would get more recognition for him. I don't think it was Arizona because I don't think he was a party kid. Like he has anything. Well, no, like he has a party persona now, but like in high school, I feel like in college he would have gotten into some trouble if he went to Arizona.
As long as you get the best deal, damn, bro. That's funny.
I want to say he went to Kansas then. Kansas is my final answer.
You know who his coach was?
No, I don't know who this coach was.
Roy Williams.
Who?
Roy Williams.
Ah.
Kansas.
Okay.
You were right.
Thank you. All right.
Color. I love how it's not just visual. Like I have visual. You have colors apparently as your thing. Sounds and colors a little bit, but just like yours are like.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear your first explanation, I know because it was like purple and red and charcoal gray. And I'm like,
yeah.
How the fuck do you know that? The first
the only one it didn't help me with was Roy Hibbert. Roy Hibbert, I was never gonna get Georgetown.
Yeah, you're right. All right, bonus one, just for fun, because this is a brand new one, and you're young, so you should get this, just for fun. Okay. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, cool. I didn't know. Sorry.
I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Missman. All right. They call him what they say in Talladega Nights. Call me Magic Man.
Shake and bake.
That's it. Thank you. Magic Man.
What does that even mean? Shake and bake. Shake and bake.
All right, for real though. Okay, KB. This is so random, but he played college basketball, but he ended up playing college football. Or not college. He played college football and college basketball, but he ended up playing. Actually, time out.
He never. Draymond Green. Draymond Green played football. And
No. Well, a lot of time. I'm not gonna say that because I just gave it away. But this person never played a day of college football in his life, but played a very good career in professional football. Who is this person? Actually, you know what? I'll tell you who the person is. That makes it a lot more fair.
Okay.
His name is Antonio Gates.
Oh. Antonio Gates. I should know this being a Chargers fan.
This one doesn't count against you. It's just more for fun.
I'm trying to remember because I've gone to like training camp and they had like an Antonio Gates Day where they like honored him and stuff and like
because they're supposed to be the San Diego because San Diego is awesome and screw LA. There you go. They shouldn't be the LA Chargers. They're the freaking San Diego Chargers.
I'm gonna say it was the same as Draymond Green and say Michigan State.
That your final answer. You get a second guess. You get a second guess. It's not right, but you get a second guess.
I feel like he went to school in Michigan.
What colors did he wear? Apparently, that's your thing.
Remember. I want to for some reason I'm picturing him in the same colors as like.
So since it doesn't like count against you, I'll give you the colors, purple and white. Since it doesn't matter.
Purple and white?
Yep.
Oh God.
Hey,
I'm so convicted that it was Michigan, so I'm trying to, but I don't know any Michigan schools that are purple and white.
Michigan.
I don't know.
You're not far off on the state. I'll give you that. The state you're close to geographically, but it's not the right.
Oh, was it? They're the Pirates. They have like a pirate logo.
I have no idea about. That is
crap.
something.
Where did Mr. Beast go to school? I see the logo all the time because they always do.
Are you asking me, or are you like, I don't know? I don't know. I don't know
Was
who that
it-
is.
Was it East Carolina?
Oh, fuck you! Hell no.
Okay, that's you said close geographically, and then also that the colors were purple and white. So
I'm offended. That's from my.
So what was it? What was it?
Go to college. By the way, never go to Greenville. Also, two of my really good friends went there too. But
So which is it?
don't go to Greenville. This is your tourist.
Advice? You don't. Do you forget that I told you I lived in North Carolina for a year? I lived in Waxhaw.
Well, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to everyone.
Oh, I thought you were. You sounded like you were talking to Richard.
I'll write a brochure saying, "Don't go to Greenville." Oh, either one. South Carolina, North Carolina, especially South Carolina. Actually, South Carolina has BMW factory. That's actually okay. Let's go to that. All right. The answer is Kent State.
What are you talking? Kent State colors are not purple.
They are.
Oh, I'm thinking the school that Edelman went to.
And the reason I said that is because they're in Oklahoma. They're in Ohio.
Yeah. Okay.
And the reason I know that, especially because the Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young song, "Ain't gonna matter." But I knew that anyway without their.
Wait, but it says that's so weird. When you look up Antonio Gate, it says he went to Michigan State, Eastern Michigan, and Kent State.
I know for a fact he did not go. They always when he introduced himself every single time on Monday Night Football. I remember this. He said, "Antonio Gates, Kent State."
No, I know. So he's attended college at Kent State his junior and senior years after brief.
Oh, he probably. It's the same way Russell Wilson played for Kent State for like his whole career in college, and then he says, "Russell, well, douchey as Russell Wilson is, Russell Wilson, Wisconsin." I'm like, "No, you ain't. Get the hell out of here. No, you ain't. Get the hell."
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, again, it doesn't count against me, so I'm 2 out of 3.
It didn't count either way, but it wasn't going to count anyway. But I didn't know he actually attended all them. But he played basketball at Kent State. That was his thing. Never played a single down of college football. Same. Hey, you know who else didn't do that? Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, it did.
All right. So we're going to
move NFL history. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to something you want. Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off. You want me to do it?
No, you do it. You were doing.
All right. MIT.
Yes, it is, folks.
Massachusetts Institute for Technology.
Yes, exactly. We're gonna throw a rager for the next 20 minutes, so feel free to grab your alcohol, grab your strobe lights, and let's go party.
Grab your kids, grab your wine.
But yes, this is our MIT.
What is that called?
Eric, I think you should do it.
No, you got it. Hey, you're wearing.
You came up with it. You're the one who came up with it.
You're the one who was wearing the winner's jersey, and you were just as much part of this.
Yeah, but I like when you say it.
Well, we just like to focus on positive things as much as we can. So it's really just it's not a participation word, but it's really just an improvination. If it was a award. I said it's an improvination. That's an award. That's what I'm saying. I did it on purpose. I promise.
Oh, okay.
It's an improvination award. I mean, even if it's not grammatically correct at all, I'm trying. I swear it was on purpose because guess what? This is the most impressive It's up to you now. Alley-oop.
Thing. So this is our most impressive. What we thought was the most impressive thing from this past week. So technically up to Friday.
Jake's the most impressive thing I saw this week.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I thought you'd say it's this custom Pachuto jersey that I have, but I appreciate it.
Oh, I didn't know it was Pachuto because I didn't see the back.
I know. I'm giving you a pass on it. I didn't show you the back.
No, but it's fresh. It is fresh.
It's one of the old ones. I really love this logo.
I that it's massive.
So for me, I have two this week.
Yes, go for it. I know.
For me, it is Jake Abbott returning after having 75 plus stitches into his right over his right eye, so like right here. After he got kind of checked into the goaltender while the goaltender was spurred out, and his skate got caught underneath him. Less than a period later, still returned to finish the game, and the Jets went on to win. Absolutely insane. The other one, probably everyone heard about something or another. UCF's own John Plumlee went from playing in a collegiate baseball game to, in less than like 10 minutes, throwing, or it was like 20 minutes because it was 8:38 and then 8:48, threw 2 touchdown passes in the UCF spring game. So shout out to that man. I know how hard it is to change from football into baseball, and that is impressive to get across. Again, he had a cart ready, like waiting to take him there, but the man went, changed, got warmed up, and then went to go play. So that was my two most impressive things.
Yo, Statman, have you found out if he's related to the other Plumlees?
No, I have not. I can, as Eric,
give that a look real quick if you don't mind, because there's a litter of Plumlees out there, a lot of Plumlees. There's like a Mason, Maxon, a Mason. I can't remember all their names. They were all 3 at Duke at one time. This might be a cousin or something. I don't know. But my most impressive. Actually, I'm going to chill out before maybe I'll tell you first. Okay. So here is my.
He is not related.
Oh, there you go. There you go. All right. Here is my. Thank you for fact checking that for me.
Yeah, of course.
My most impressive thing of the week is actually. It's a little bit different. It's truthfully it's during the game of the John Morant game, the way they all came together and helped him back up, because it was that there's such a mutual respect, and I really, really appreciate that. And also the other one is the most impressive thing is DeMar Hamlin from the Bills being cleared to play. I hope he doesn't immediately, but it was so inspiring to me, and I'm sure to a lot of people. So it was incredible. It is incredible. It has been incredible. And this guy, after such a tragic kind of thing happening, thank you so much for giving us all inspiration, for everyone, sports fans, human beings in general. I know I sound corny, but that's just the truth. I really appreciate it. It gives me a lot of hope. So thank you.
Yep. Shout out to the first responders. Absolutely masterclass. How to handle a completely, different situation than anyone would have thought of. I mean, the statistics on that happening, he got hit just at the moment that his heart was beating and just stopped it, which is statistically is just you never think would occur. And the probability of occurring again is 1 in a trillion.
Well, let's hope it never happens.
I'm hoping it never happens again. But
no, it's just like, you gotta prepare. And the first responders, like my friend just said, man,
did a phenomenal job.
Wow. Yeah, you gotta commend these dudes, or ladies and men and women, that just came out to the field immediately, hit it immediately. Defibrillators, checking everything, and moving him very, very quickly to the hospital. And
Exactly.
man, but it's awesome. I'm just glad to hear he's feeling well. One, he's alive.
Yep.
Secondly, the fact that he's in better condition, like game ready condition, although I wouldn't prefer it. But between that and the other, that is my most impressive.
Yep.
week.
And as we wrap up here, I just want to say again, thank you, Randy, for giving us a platform that we can express ourselves, that we can talk sports with and share with the world our opinions. Shout out to our editors, Ryan Stern. Love you. Mason, we love you as well. Thank you for making us better writers, for giving us constructive feedback to help improve our work and get us to accomplish our goals. Shout out to all the rest of the BSP family, all the rest of the editors, Jeremy, Trevor, even though, you know, Trevor's on the fence. We don't know about Trevor sometimes. But thank you, everyone. All the other BackSportsPage writers, ERok, Paulina, Stacy. We appreciate all of you. The hard work you guys put in is second to none, and you guys produce a lot of great stuff. ERok, do you have anything else before we wrap up here?
I do, and I'll just keep it really, 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 really brief. Thank you to everyone he just said to, but I also I'd be remiss if I did not say, sorry, I'm warming up my legs. My legs get cold. I want to give a big thanks to my co-host, and he is super diligent and super patient, and he is, because he's busy. We'll have a little bit more of a regulated schedule, but that's not his fault. You know, dude goes to school, for God's sakes, you know, and he works too. Excuse me. And I burp, apparently. Okay, so but this beautiful cue ball of a head can't keep it all together without someone as beautiful as this guy. And I want to, you're welcome. And so it's great. And I want to, next time we meet up, upcoming next week, we expect Mason Wood and Stacy coming, and that's what it is next week. So look forward to that. She was actually on Cut the Nets tonight, so check that out from BSP. Mason Wood, also a great person to watch. He gave us very good intake last time. Let's go ahead and wrap this sucker up.
And we can also promise you this time it won't be 3 hours long.
It's 1 hour and 37 minutes right now.
No, I said the episode.
Yeah. All right. And I will say this also. This is the last thing I'll say. I know no one believes me, but that's fine. We are for real actually getting picked up. I won't use the name of the place, but we wouldn't be able to do this without the support of our viewers, not just ours, but other podcasts and anyone that is associated with BSP. And these two handsome gentlemen are very humbled. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. On that note, you got anything else to say, my friend?
Nope. Just that tune in Friday for our amazing episode and for this week's top 5, because you know it's going to stir up some controversy and we want to hear from y'all on it. So thank you guys.
Not offensive controversy, by the way. We're not gonna.
No. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Controversy. I can always stir up controversy.
Constructive controversy.
All right, everyone. Well, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Like my friend said on this. Thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay healthy, and remember,
stay sexy, San Diego.
Stay sexy. You stay ERok.